Welcome to the Tom Bernard Family Podcast with
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Andy Brown Bernard,
and Kristen Burt.
And Kristen Burt. Now we're talking.
We've already got news from the chat.
What's that?
Shia LaBeouf just got arrested in New Orleans.
And water is wet.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, this is like, he is always into some sort of something or other. I mean, he always.
Yeah, he is. He's
been problematic
deal?
for a long time.
Let's see.
He's been problematic.
Well, he got arrested for a bar fight in the French Quarter in New Orleans during Mardi Gras. I mean,
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong
Maybe
with
time
you?
to put down some substances.
he
Maybe.
has 2 charges of simple battery.
He's only my age. Wow. Huh.
Well, he's been around for so long because he was a kid actor.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, it just feels like
Yeah.
he should be 100 because he's been an actor for basically his entire life.
Yeah, I mean, his former girlfriend too alleged he had a lawsuit filed against him for sexual battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress.
Oh, my
Dear.
God.
Sounds like he's a lovely person to be in a relationship with. They did settle the lawsuit last July.
Do you know how I can prove that I've never assaulted Catherine?
Because you're alive.
Exactly. I'm still alive.
I don't know. I might like you alive to torture you for longer.
Just torture me for years.
Like a
now.
cat who has a mouse in their paws.
Exactly.
You know, the world is very, very odd sometimes, and I don't know why that is. But we were talking about Jeremy Piven yesterday,
The pivot.
and the pivot, yes. And I talked about he's one of the 2 or 3 biggest pricks I've ever met in my life because he came into the studio several times, or 3 or 4 times. I guess that's not several. But so I'm thinking about, God, was there anybody that was even equal to Jeremy Piven for being an arrogant prick? And of course, he died yesterday.
Jeremy Piven didn't die yesterday.
No,
Or are you talking about Robert Duvall was a jerk?
No, I loved Robert Duvall.
I'm like, he died. You're talking about Jesse.
Yes, I am. What an
Jesse
arrogant
who?
prick. Jesse Jackson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jesse Ventura died. I was like,
Jesse
not
Ventura.
Jesse
Yes.
I think I would have heard
Jackson.
about that.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson was 84 and not in good health.
No,
Not in
he's
good health
been
at
in
all.
bad health for like 20 years, hasn't he?
Well, I think he was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2017, and then he had another diagnosis after that, like last year or the year before. So
That's in
Everybody-
2008, 2017 Parkinson's diagnosis, and then in 2021 he had COVID, and then
then a palsy.
2025, PSP, which is what eventually got him.
Jeez.
Well, it's a kind of a lucky thing because it just appeared out of nowhere, and I don't know how this possibly happened back in the day, but he's lucky that his son is very successful. His son, and I don't know how it happened, but his son owns a Coca-Cola bottling plant in Illinois.
Huh.
How did that happen? I wonder. What a scam artist that man was. Oh,
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, we're finding that many people are scam artists.
well, you got
Sure
that
are.
right.
aren't we? We're finding this
certainly
out.
About
Yeah.
half of the nation. So
Yeah. Whoa.
That's probably true. Yeah,
I mean,
probably
even go
true.
back to COVID. Like, how many people scams the government with their loans?
Oh, yeah.
With their PPP loans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and you can look them up, and I was like, they were working nonstop. Why do they have a PPP loan? Like, crazy.
It's just unbelievable. Oh, somebody said Andy Rooney is a jerk, but they spelled Rooney wrong.
Yes.
It's Rooney.
Andy Rooney's long dead.
Yes,
yeah,
I
he is. He's
think
been dead
so.
for a long time.
Andy Rooney died in 2011, which
No,
is
he's right, though. Said Tom didn't like him either. You're right.
But
I
he
didn't.
was a curmudgeon. Like, he
Yes.
leaned into his
Yeah, he
curmudgeoniness.
did.
So
He
it
did,
wasn't
that's
not a joke.
Well, but honest God, the last time I interviewed him, oh, look whose show I'm back on now. I hope this isn't going to take very long.
Well.
On the air, he said that.
well, it's an
What a
act,
dick.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
my
Tyre
God.
Carver was directly quoting you, though, because I'm pretty sure that's what you said after you hung up, or he hung
What
up,
did
or
I say?
whatever. I think
What
you
did
said.
I
I think you just called him a jerk. You were like, "Bye, Andy Rooney, jerk."
Oh God, what a terrible.
I think
human
I've
being.
heard the clip before.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, look, obviously Jesse Jackson's family is not all responsible for all the things that he did. But that man scammed people out of money like there was no tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
There's no.
the man was a
question about
professional
that.
grifter his entire life.
He was. Absolutely was. But unfortunately, you know, you don't wish Goonie Rooney. I just saw that. Goonie Rooney. That's very funny, actually. Yeah, look, he's a human being and he's dead, and I'm not going to curse him, and I hope he doesn't burn in hell or anything like that.
Well, that's good.
But it's just, I don't know. It just, people and money. And it's getting worse rather than better. I had a nice conversation with a couple of men last night. I had a conversation with a guy named Ron who is 91 years old, and he looks like he's maybe 60.
I know. We
Who?
need to know what his skincare regimen is.
He's a guy who lives in our building.
Oh, okay. I was like,
91, and the man, you would never think he was 91 years old. Not even close. And then our buddy Joel was there, too, and we were talking all about this stuff and how, you know, everything is about money. Everything is about money now. It's really sad, don't you think?
It is, yeah. It's definitely, you know what?
There we go.
Yeah, we're just seeing like the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I
Yeah,
think, you know, it's so.
Yep.
speaking of age
mean-
mismatches, or, you know, such as it is, misperceptions, I suppose. So on Valentine's Day, Melissa and I went to Schramm, a winery nearby, and we were having dinner, and this couple sat down to the table to the right of us. And I was like, what are 15-year-olds doing at a winery? They were probably like in their early 20s, but like college students, some of them seriously look like children to me at this point.
Yeah, when you
They
get around
do.
40, all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
what? Can they drive?
Everyone's a baby.
Can they drive?
Sometimes I
What?
see kids, like 16, 17-year-olds driving, and it's like some 16-year-olds look 30, and some 16-year-olds look 12. So
Yeah,
it's like, you know,
that's
it
true.
depends on how you mature. Like, I remember I looked like a child for a very long time. I had that
Yeah, you did.
lanky
Yep.
build and, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sometimes you see them and you're like, why would anyone allow you to drive a car?
Yeah. Even like super, super short women, I'm always like,
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
can you drive a car? Do you need a booster seat?
I got carded like a long time.
Yeah.
After
You did?
long time after turning 21. Yeah.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I could see
Just
that.
it's
No
being
question.
short. Like short does like, for whatever reason people just think you're just little.
Yeah. I got carded
Kristen-
until I shaved my head. That aged me like 20 years in one night. But it was time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Burt, Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I had to get that intro in there. We got to
Yes.
take care of you with the intro.
Super important.
There's no, yes, there's no question. So, yeah, I mean, look, I don't know Jesse Jackson's family, and I don't wish them any harm whatsoever, although his son is involved at the Coca-Cola bottling plant, and I still don't know how that ever happened. Wink, wink. But, yeah, I mean, everything is about money, and it's, you know, it's gotten to the point where it's about men, women, skin color, transsexual, somebody always picks it up, and I'm not saying that they're all scamming people, but people use that to scam other people. You know what I mean?
Do they ever?
Because everybody's just terrified, which I am not. I don't give a rat's. You do. I had 3 transgender people on my show. What was that? 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was about 25 years ago. And it was a really good show. I learned a lot of different things and all the rest of it. Never got any credit from the press at all for showing the world what a transsexual actually was, because they didn't know at the time. 25 years ago, there were not a lot of transsexuals back then, right?
It's true.
I mean, they just weren't. But, yeah, I mean, if you do one thing out of line, they'll attack you like there's no tomorrow. By they, I mean the audience. Well, not necessarily my audience didn't, but, you know, other people. But they just, I don't know. We're going to have to realize this money grubbing has got to stop.
It's not going to.
It's not going to, is it?
We can talk about this like we're going to run circles around each other on this topic because it's like
You're right.
the billionaires are running the world.
Always has been.
Speaking of that, Andy, we have a new neighbor. He's about 60 miles south of us, but he's a new neighbor.
60 miles south.
What are you talking about?
Miami.
Is Miami that
Who's your
close? 60?
Oh, well, 60, 70 miles, isn't it, Catherine?
Feels
Not
like it's
that
a
far.
billion.
No, it's
It
not
feels
that
like
far,
another
actually.
world when you
It
go there,
does.
that's for
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami always feels like you're on vacation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very tropical.
New home buyer. He already bought the house. He's moving right now. Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We
Yeah.
talked about that the other
He
day.
bought like a
He's leaving.
$500 million mansion or something.
It's a lot. It's a couple
Yeah.
$100 million, I know. It's a lot
That's
of
right, because I was like, hey, enjoy him. We don't
Yeah.
want him here. You
Yeah,
can
there
take
you
him.
go.
Just take him.
But what about all the people that are leaving California now? My God, I didn't know it was that many until they followed
It's
up.
not, though. Like,
Oh, it's not?
it's always the headline. There's a mass exodus of
Oh,
California.
okay.
It's not, because Zuckerberg's going to keep his compound in California. That is going to be,
Oh, he
he's
is?
not like throwing that up on the, I think he's going to make Florida his main residence, but that California compound will still continue to exist. And, for everyone that leaves, we have more people still coming into the state. So
I'm sure that's true, yeah.
yeah, California will always be California in terms of like the great
Yeah, well-
weather.
Yeah.
What they're
And-
showing, like in Minnesota, there was a little tiny uptick in population, but it was people making under $24,000
Yeah.
a year.
Right,
It's the
right.
wealth that's leaving a lot of places.
Yeah. And by the way, who's Mark Zuckerberg's new neighbor in Miami?
I don't know.
You ready? Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
Two of the world's richest men living next to one another.
Oh, I hope they're. I would love it if they were like exactly next door to each other, so they can
they
fight
are.
over. They are, so they can fight
Yep.
over property lines and
Yeah.
like fences and like
Whose
palm
pool's
tree.
bigger?
Yeah, and palm tree sizes.
Right.
Zuckerberg,
right.
the HOA
Because-
says you can't have a pink flamingo in your yard. I don't care.
Jeff Bezos' wife reads every headline about herself, and if she doesn't like it, she
Oh.
calls her publicist, and
that's
they
sad.
will contact you and ask. They will tell you to outright delete the article, even if it's factual, sourced. They do if they just don't like the headline.
She's doing
and they
that.
will
Why?
threaten you 8 ways till Sunday, and that is not alleged because I've had it happen to me. What?
Jeez.
She's doing the
And
delete
what?
this meme in real life.
What mean?
Yes.
What meme?
So when someone posts something you don't like on social media, you say delete this, like you're gonna like get them to
Oh,
delete
yeah.
it. But she actually can do
and-
it for real because she's got that power.
Yeah, I had one thing that went like all the way up to like legal because I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this. And the lawyers were literally like, there's no legal anything with this. This is
Right,
not.
right.
It's just that they didn't like the story about
Yep.
their wedding. Like it was so dumb, and it was like, if you don't like it, then don't have a $gazillion wedding.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Plus, if I get a better looking husband, that guy's homelier than hell.
He though, it's so interesting to see what he looked like when he was, rising
Yeah.
up as Amazon over the years. Because now he is completely in designer clothes. He's
Yep.
jacked up. Obviously working out, maybe doing some other things to keep himself young. It definitely looks completely different than the guy who was selling books out of his garage.
Right.
Oh, one thing I did learn watching national television this morning, I don't know if you just kind of mentioned this in a way, but I would like you to know that there are 2 states right now that are going under faster than any other states in the history of America, and that would be California and Florida.
Sinking?
You watched one of those crazy people.
Yes, they're
Oh.
they're so
I was like,
wacky.
are we sinking? Are we falling off into the ocean? I'm not sure. I was like, because I think most of the coastline
Yeah.
on both the east and west coast are all
Well, there's
suffering from erosion.
There's an old
Are they?
joke on the internet that, like, so there's always these maps of the U.S. that's like, biggest amount of, you'll have like most drug dealers, most murders, that sort of thing. And it's always like hot spots on Texas, Florida, New York, and California. And
Yeah.
the joke is that every one of those maps is just a population heat map. Because
Yeah.
it is. If you're literally just saying
It is.
what state has the most murderers, probably California, because it's got the most people. People are not good at
Exactly.
per capita, and absolute figures like that are always worthless.
Right, because actually go to Memphis, which I think is the murder capital.
I think
yeah.
at least it was recently.
Yeah.
Well, how about Minnesota? Minneapolis and St. Paul isn't exactly safe downtown anymore.
Getting worse quickly.
But are any downtowns, like I just feel like downtowns
Yeah,
in general,
yeah.
just because after COVID, nothing really recovered in downtowns.
The violence came on big time. A lot of violence.
But that's why I think a lot of companies are like, come back to the office. Let's revive the downtown. And everyone at home is like, no, thanks. I don't want to sit in a cubby next to Marge who's going to sneeze all over me during the winter, you know?
No, that makes total sense. You know, I think we've talked about this before, that downtown Minneapolis was always thriving and doing so well. And we'd go to Charlie's Cafe and we'd go here and there, all these wonderful spots, and they're all still there. But the problem is nobody will go down there because there's so much violence going on. An example of that, I think we've talked about before. A company bought a building downtown Minneapolis for $200 million, just sold it for $3 million.
Yeah, the real estate.
That's hideous.
Look, LA has, had times where the downtown area is thriving and then not thriving and then thriving and not thriving. And it's just one of those two. It's just not that easy to get down there. There is public transportation, but, other than maybe going to a Lakers game and taking public transport, like it doesn't go everywhere like it does in New York City. Mm-hmm. And so you're just thinking, well, it's easier to drive, but then the traffic there is so congested on the freeways. It can take you 2 hours to get someplace that should only take you 30 minutes. You don't want to sit there,
I tell you, one of my favorite stories is we have a friend. He used to be on the show, as a matter of fact, many, many years ago. Then he moved to New York, so he couldn't be on the show anymore. But Mike Molina would take buses downtown Minneapolis, because that's where the studio was back then. It was over. Remember where the comedy club was? Over on, what the hell street is that? Like
First
or something?
North
like
First Street.
First.
I would
Oh,
know
it's
because I
North
used to
First.
live on it.
Oh, that's right. You lived on that street.
Yep.
But Mike Molina, okay, he was telling me one time, he comes in and he looks frustrated as hell. And I said, what's going on? He goes, there are people harassing me as I'm walking down the street and all the rest of it. I said, what? He goes, yeah, they're harassing me. And I don't understand what. Mike Molina is about 6'4", weighs about 280, and he's not fat. If they're going to be physically attacking Mike Molina, they're going to go back to anybody.
Well, it's groups of people. They're not scared of
it's the
you because there's
problem.
six
There's a
of
bunch
them.
of them. Yes.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
the problem.
groups of people.
Yeah.
I want to address
He
something
said he saw a
quick.
fight on the train, or
It was the blue
every
line, I
single
think,
thing.
or maybe the green, one of the lines.
He said you just.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody ever pays. All they do is fight.
Yep.
They're just constantly wrecking everything on the train. I just sit there and try to stay away from them.
Yeah.
All right, we'll segue back to better stuff, because when I went to the last KQ remote in Nashville, I slept in the back of my truck in Memphis from Andy Jacobson. He slept in his truck in Memphis, or Nashville, excuse me. It was Nashville.
That's dedication.
Yeah, it really is unbelievable.
I want to address
what's going
something
on?
in the chat quick. We were talking about like per capita, and someone, it looks like Alex Bizarre in there, mentioned per capita. Wisconsin beats the entire nation and most other European countries for alcohol consumption.
That's not surprising.
I actually
at
looked it
all.
up. If Wisconsin was a country per capita, it would be the 9th drunkest country in the world.
After living in like New York City, LA, like big cities, I was shocked when I moved to the Midwest how much people drink.
Yeah.
And during
Oh,
the
yeah.
winter especially, it was shocking.
The per
to me.
capita, like the alcohol consumption per capita, Wisconsin's not actually the highest state. It's the 4th highest, but it's all Midwest and mountain states, and for some reason, Vermont. Wine,
It's
I'm
cold
guessing.
though. It's cold.
That's
and
true.
Dark.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that makes sense.
per capita alcohol consumption, it's kind of cheating. It's Nevada, but you know.
Oh, wow.
But
No,
if we don't include Nevada, because Las Vegas kind of skews the numbers a little bit, because it's all a bunch of people driving there to, or
Right.
flying there to
Right.
get drunk. Montana would be the highest at 3.34 gallons per person of pure ethanol per year.
Yeah,
What?
that doesn't surprise me.
So that would be 12.6 liters per person, which would make them the 5th drunkest country in the world if they were a country.
That's crazy.
It really is. There's no, that is crazy. You're absolutely right about that. But it just, alcohol consumption though under 40 is way down, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
That's what they say.
Gen Z does not want to
Right.
drink whatsoever. They're
Yep.
not interested in it.
That's what I hear.
They're,
Which is a
and
good
you know, I was talking about it with my friend just the other day. She was asking, she's like, why aren't they drinking? I'm like, they're all hanging out at each other's houses, but they're all on the phone. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
They hang out and then
Yeah.
sit there and
Yep.
watch TikTok together.
Yep.
And I was like, that is insane. And we were just
Yep.
thinking about it because the reason I brought it up is our old hangout, the Belmont Lounge, where we went and had many, many fun nights, is closing. And I was like, she's like, that's so sad. Why aren't people going out? I'm like, they don't want to go out and
No.
drink.
Yeah.
They don't. They just do not want to do it, which is, I mean, it's a good thing long term and in the long run, I guess. Is a better way to put it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, right
So,
now,
you know.
you go to a bar, one mixed drink is like $12. Who's gonna pay? I'm not.
At least.
I'm not gonna.
20.
Well, it depends on where you
are
go.
you going, Andy?
That's a cheap drink
I
nowadays.
was like, that sounds great.
Well,
Let me go to
really?
that bar.
I'll tell you where I'm going. I'm going to Schramm Vineyards in Waconia. I had one of their what was it? It was like a maple bourbon old fashioned. Yeah, it was $12. It was good, but I mean, they also it's a winery and they use a lot of Minnesota spirits, so they don't have to pay import taxes and all that kind of stuff. So you know.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But even
I-
people aren't going out to dinner the way they used to either. So
No, they're not.
Too
that
expensive.
it's
Yeah.
yep. And for mediocre food. Like a lot of places you're like, this is okay, but I could
yeah.
have made this at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very true.
I stick to the places where I know I'm going to get a great meal because if you're
Yeah.
going to spend the money, you're like, okay, I know I'm going to get my favorite
Yeah.
meal. It's going to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
It is absolutely right. No question about that. So, what's going on in the entertainment world, sister?
I think we touched upon it, but we lost Robert Duvall yesterday. But 95,
Yep.
great life.
Oh, wow. He
Great
was 90.
guy.
He was 95, and
Great
he never
guy.
really retired. Like his last movies were in 2022. So, yeah. So his last movie was Hustle. So good for him. But I think that the other big thing, we kind of talked about this last week when James Vanderbeek passed away. There's a big fuss now over his GoFundMe and
Yeah.
that he had purchased a $4.8 million ranch, or the ranch he had been living on right before he died. And people are pissed.
Yep.
So there's a lot going on with this story. I feel like there's a lot of layers to it. The GoFundMe, I believe now is over $2.6 million. Let me look at it. Yeah, $2.68 million at this point for donations. In addition to this, his friends, and so just so people understand how he purchased the ranch that his family now lives on, they had been renting it since 2020 when they moved from Beverly Hills to an area outside of Austin, Texas. And then because James was worried about where his family was going to live after he passed, a group of his friends got together, donated for the down payment so that they could stay there. So that's how they purchased it, through a trust. And now the family's responsible, of course, for the mortgage moving forward.
Yeah.
I think that the medical debt is astronomical from what I'm understanding. TMZ also pulled up that they had been facing tax debt, which has been paid off. But then I am going to also assume that his medical debt is huge. So,
Yeah, probably.
and
too.
6 kids. So,
Yeah.
I should mention one thing. The post has moved on now, but it was a great post. Yogi Berra, very famous Yankee catcher. You know the name Yogi Berra, Andy? And,
Everyone knows who Yogi Berra is.
well, I just wanted to make sure. One of the greatest quotes about going out to eat. Yogi Berra said, and I quote, "Nobody goes out to dinner anymore because it's too crowded." Well, it can't be both, Yogi. It can't be both.
I think he also said no one drives in New York City because there's too much traffic.
Yes.
Alex just said, I hope that James Vanderbeek had a life insurance policy. He did not. So that
Oh,
is
wow,
the
really?
other thing. Yeah.
Why? With 6
I don't
kids?
think he manages. I think what's coming up is that his finances were not managed very well.
Clearly.
Yeah.
That's
I
unfortunate.
know you got
And
6
then, of course,
kids.
when you have 6 kids,
Yeah.
and then you wind up with a devastating disease.
And
that-
how old was his youngest, or is his youngest?
4.
Yeah, he should have had a life. Are you kidding me?
The youngest was 4. The oldest was 15. Excuse me.
So they're all
and-
underaged.
And they
even.
had 5 miscarriages along the way too. They were set. They were very set on having a large family. So, and the last couple of her miscarriages were life threatening too, because one of them happened while her husband was on Dancing with the Stars and she was hospitalized. So, really and then she wound up having her final child after Dancing with the Stars.
Wow, I'm surprised she tried again after that.
She had another miscarriage, another life-threatening miscarriage,
wow.
and then the final shot. Yeah, I know. That's when you go. Ooh.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta take care of your health because the kids need their mom too. You know.
No, God, yes.
Yeah.
Well, and life insurance is very expensive.
It is, but
so
it's
you know.
still, I don't know. I think you should, if you have kids at home, at the very least, you should have life insurance.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
No question about it. No doubt about that. Jimmy Francis, of course, the mayor, big shot that he is. He's, 5'5", what was it?
55075.
55075. Where's that?
South St. Paul.
Guessing that would be South St. Paul.
550 is?
Let's see.
Really?
He's probably going to say yes before I can even...
554 was North Minneapolis.
55075 is South St. Paul, yes.
South St. Paul. There you go. I just wanted to make sure. Mm-hmm. But, big shot. I still think he should run for governor. I really do. Jimmy
Why
Francis.
do you want that mess?
Not interested,
Well, 'cause
says he.
he's kind of a mess himself.
Nobody wants to get to politics.
Well, they do.
anymore.
They really do, but they don't get into politics for very good reasons anymore. I'm very excited about this new, hopefully, the auditors. We will pay
Yeah.
attention to our auditors and that we will appoint more auditors at every single government institution because they can't seem to run anything without destroying it.
No,
So
Jimmy,
Yeah.
I
life
think
insurance.
somebody's got to keep track of the hundreds of millions of dollars that are going out.
Life insurance is a great tax break. See me for more. Well, all right then.
Thank you, Jimmy
I
the
love
mayor.
it. Tax tips. This is great.
That's typical Jimmy right there.
Tiffy,
Is all I have to say.
554 is our Minneapolis side, 550 or 551 are St. Paul side. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
What
you
was
go.
what was my zip code in St. Paul? It must have been 551. I think it was 55105.
Don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know. You remember these things. Yep, it was
Yeah, but that-
55105. I remember. So yeah, there you go. That makes sense.
And
Yes.
Margaret's saying she needs to get her will in order. Please, Margaret, I'm going to tell you, get your will in order after what
Yeah.
I went through family-wise over the last couple of years. You do not want your loved ones to have to deal with the other side of it. It's terrible.
No,
Yeah.
it's very true. Now we're getting everybody's zip code 55116.
Yep.
We got everybody sending us their zip code. I love that. Works for me.
Joe wants to know 553 because that's a good question because we got 0 and 1. What about 2 and 3? Where's those?
Yeah, where are they? Let's go.
I mean,
Jimmy Francis said 90210 is the dream zip code in the 90s.
Oh, yep.
Here we
Beverly
go.
Hills.
I just interviewed Josh Taylor. He's now working on Days of Our Lives, but he played Dylan, which was Luke Perry's father on the show. And I had just said to him, I said, you don't understand. I would run home to go and watch 90210. I was just telling him how big it was. And he was just telling me some great stories from set. And, we lost Luke Perry. I want to say it was 2017 or 18 now.
God,
It was a
really?
while ago.
Really?
But he just had the nicest things to say about Luke and just said all the way through, even when his fame was exploding, he's like, that kid was just the greatest, the sweetest. Yeah. So it was fun hearing stories from set because that was a wild set. Those kids they were all young and they all became super famous and then they all were fighting and hated each other and dated each other. And what a time.
All right, mystery
What a time to
solved.
be alive.
552 is unused. So no one has a
Really?
552XX area code. Here's another interesting thing about Minnesota zip codes. So ours started at 550. So we got all the 55s and all of the 56s except 569, which is Washington, D.C.
Really?
Which is
Like a jump?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
weird. Because usually they're kind of clustered, but not that one. I guess they wanted to get 69 dudes, and they had the power to do it. So
Like I said, if Washington did anything that made sense.
it's true.
It's getting worse by the minute, too, unfortunately. God, what a bunch of nut jobs we got. And it's both sides. It's just, my God, you people, could you just serve
No,
the
let's
public?
talk entertainment. Let's not do
I will.
it. Let's not ruin our day.
I'm not ruining a day. I'm just saying we're all sick to death of it. We are.
I was like, let's not do it. We'll all be
All right.
sad. We'll all be
Moving
sad.
Moving forward.
Well, speaking of sad entertainment news, anything on that woman who was kidnapped?
Nancy Guthrie. They have cleared the family. And here's the weird thing on this. You know, there had been a cloud of suspicion, we'll just say a cloud, with the son-in-law, Tommaso. And it's kind of crazy because now the sheriff has come on TV to say, oh, well, they were all cleared within a matter of 3 days. And I sit there and think, why would you let all the media like run off with this? Ashley Banfield was, running away with saying like they're looking at the son-in-law. So then, of course, all the internet sleuths then start piling on, and the family's going through a very tragic time. They do not know where she is. And you're letting people run off with the theory that the son-in-law killed her or somehow had somebody else kill her.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this is going to play out. Savannah Guthrie is off the Today Show for the foreseeable future.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of chatter that somehow she feels like maybe her role in the public eye contributed to this. And they haven't discounted that theory, at all. And, there's that theory that, she has been on the Epstein case for a really long time. So people think that possibly that has something to do with it. But she did an Instagram video, I want to say either a day or two ago. The family's going through it. She just looked distraught, lost weight, looks like she hasn't slept. You just really feel for them. And anyone who is missing a loved one, just the question mark of where are they? Are they okay? Are they alive or dead? Has got to be haunting.
I love our listeners because as you started talking about that, a listener to my watch sent them. Well, I just sent it. It shows up in my watch. He didn't send it to my watch, but that's good. We segued nicely from talking about what she didn't want to talk about to a possible murder.
Well,
let's talk about happier things. Blame Andy. Andy asked me about Nancy.
Oh, okay, it's Andy's
it is the
fault,
story
all
right now. It's what everyone's
He did ask. He did ask, and I did respond.
I hope you talk about that. Let's talk murder.
Well, last time we asked you about entertainment news, you were like, there is none because of the Olympics.
Yeah,
there's
that's true.
definitely I think your father was asking about new TV shows. There's definitely entertainment news going on. It's just in terms of usually most of the networks take 2 weeks off usually to let everyone watch the Olympics because their ratings usually go down while NBC sees theirs go up.
Right.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've never been going all the way back. I've never been a fan of watching the Olympics. I don't know why.
I love the Olympics.
I know. Most people do, but I was like, whatever.
Well, you used to follow golf a lot, and you followed football, and those are really
football, baseball. Yeah, the Twins, the Vikings, and a couple other things, but that's about it.
Yeah, and football's not an Olympic sport. Is golf an Olympic sport?
They played it in the Olympics, I think.
I feel like it's been maybe an exhibition.
I think that's right. I think you're right about that.
How could it be? They've got so many tournaments, and
it is. Ever since 2016, it looks like it came back, and it's going to continue on. It's 2028. It will be in the Olympics there too.
There you go.
Is it like amateurs, or can anybody play?
I think it's all.
I think it's all professionals at this point.
Professionals, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny when I think a lot of people watch the Netflix documentary on the Miracle on Ice. It's so crazy just seeing a bunch of college kids, beat the Russians and everything. Because now you've got NHL players in there, like the basketball teams. I mean, you're looking at globally professional players. It's not these college students. If one college student makes it onto the team, that's amazing.
Right.
Oh, I would agree with that. Absolutely. No question. We held you for too long again. See,
not the 2 minutes.
2 minutes we've had you.
2 minutes.
It's unfortunate. So, all right, but we'll talk to you. Everything is going well, I'm hoping.
Yes. Other than rain and flash floods, we're good here in California.
Other than flash floods.
It was bad yesterday. It was bad, but we're okay. Yeah.
Good.
All right, excellent. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Kristen Bird, Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Now, we'll take a break here, but I'm kind of uneasy about taking a break here because what if I take a break and then come back and somebody like Bob's on or something?
I know, wouldn't that be awful?
It would be just terrible, don't you think?
It would be.
Is Sandy up next?
He should be, but he hasn't popped in yet.
No, we'll get back to him.
Well, he's a last minute Larry.
Yeah, that's true.
He really is. All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget, and now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
There's a cruise I've been hearing about from my friends at the Heart of the North Tours. It sounds amazing to me. As a matter of fact, Catherine, I'm putting you on the line here.
Oh, don't.
I think we should go on this tour.
Okay.
What, do you want to?
Well, sure. Well, check it out.
All
Go
right.
on their website.
We will we'll check it out. But yeah, we're going to sign up for the tour. It just sounds like it's amazing. Anyway, there's a cruise that I've been hearing about from my friends at Heart of the North Tours. That sounds amazing to me. It's the Alaska Cruise Tour. What is a cruise tour? It's a tour that features a cruise that includes a 7-day Princess Cruise tour of the glaciers. See, right there, it'd be interesting.
Absolutely.
Combined with a glass-topped railway experience and multiple nights at the Denali Wilderness Lodge, including the land meal package. You'll visit Denali National Park, Whittier, Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay National Park, too, as a matter of fact, and stop in Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan. For more information, go to heartofthenorthtours.com or call 1-833-424-2700 to speak to Mike, who is a pro at arranging these amazing tours. It all happens August 8th through the 19th. And, well, we might not be able to go for the whole 11 days, so we could come back, couldn't we?
Like I said, we'd have to check it all out.
We'll have to
I don't
figure
know.
it
I don't
out.
know the rules.
I just think it'd be a ball. I'd love to do it. And you guys should join us, as a matter of fact. August 8th through the 19th. There are limited spots available, so book now. It's a trip of a lifetime that you won't want to miss. That's one of 2 states left that I've never been to. No, excuse me, 4. There are 4 states I've never been to. I've never been to Alaska, right? Mm-hmm. I've never been to Vermont, New Hampshire, or what's the other one up there, Bob?
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island. Yep, never been to Rhode Island.
Maine.
Maine, I've been to. Yep, so I got 4 left.
I mean, if you count driving through, I think I've hit them all.
Huh.
Between airports and driving through, I think I have.
You know what's amazing about that? Those top 3 states, that little, pointy thing at the top.
Arrowhead?
The peninsula or whatever it is.
Yeah, the peninsula, whatever it is, with the Rhode Islands and the 4 places we just mentioned. I've always wanted to go too. It's not that I've been avoiding. I've always wanted to go, but I've never been there.
I hit all 3 on my senior class trip because we went to Quebec, so we made sure to drive through all 3 of them.
To Quebec?
Those 3 at the top there, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, because we had one of the teachers wanted to go. I don't remember which state it was, but wanted to drive through there because they had family up there. So we took a detour to go through that too.
Oh, that's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sansevere, brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at minnesotapersonalinjury.com. That's minnesotapersonalinjury.com. So, Sandy, we've been talking about the fact that, had a couple of deaths overnight. Jesse Jackson died, and not one of my favorite people in the world, but, he probably didn't give a rat's ass about that, whether I liked him or not.
Probably not.
So, probably not. But there's, a lot of stuff going on. What's going on in your world, Pally?
Well, I mean, you mentioned a couple. You meant Duvall was the other one, right?
Yep.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, yep.
Has to
Love
be.
it.
I was talking to Brian Miller about this. The most versatile actor in Hollywood history, if not certainly one of the. He
Yep.
was a great supporting actor, a great lead actor, and a great character actor. He could do it all.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was terrific. And again, were you on the show? Because he did call into the show one time many, many years ago on KQ.
I don't even think I was on that day.
You don't think you were on that day, but could not have been a nicer man.
I love, I was mentioning this to Brian as well. The two voices, and there's others too, but that are so distinctive, and I'll listen if it's a one-liner or a monologue, were Robert Duvall and Gene Hackman. I just loved hearing their voices.
Yep. No, Gene is no
great.
longer with us, unfortunately.
No. And then,
Dead in bed.
So, and if you're one of those believers in threes, somebody else is coming down the pike.
Really?
Well, I mean, the whole thing about famous people die in threes.
Right.
You might stretch it or something, but yeah, that's what some people believe that. So, it's
I guess.
an
I don't
Italian
know.
thing too. I don't know.
He was, what was he, 91?
95.
95.
For Duvall,
And he-
yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and he just was in movies a couple of years ago.
2019, I think he was in the movie Widow.
He was in a movie called Hustle in 2022.
2020.
Really?
That's what
Oh, I didn't know
Kristen
that.
said, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, what was he? Robert Duvall. He was the main character's father, it looks like.
Was the main
I
character
never-
80?
He was the owner of the 76ers in this movie, apparently. So
Oh.
it's an
there you
Adam
go.
Sandler movie. So
Yeah, well, there you go. I just, that's too bad because I really always liked him. I thought he was a terrific actor.
And I lost respect. Great movie maker, obviously, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
But when he refused to give the money to Duvall to be in Godfather 3 and then
Yeah.
to cast his daughter
oh
Yep.
yeah,
in that thing, he ruined the movie.
He did.
Oh,
George
that was
Hamilton
a bad
was-
movie.
Yeah, George Hamilton's no Robert Duvall.
No, that was not good.
What does this mean? Sanny, PJ Fleck, Glenn Mason results at 5 times the price.
Oh, he's talking about PJ Fleck getting yet another salary increase. Unbelievable. Where's he going to go? I mean,
I know.
oh, if
They
you're going to
don't-
give it to him, he may leave.
Well, they don't win.
They win these third, fourth rate
Yes.
bowl games, and
Yep.
that's what he gets rewarded for.
God.
Come on.
It is unbelievable. I don't know if he mentions the other coach, Glenn Mason, because Glenn is a really good friend of mine. I think the world of Glenn Mason.
Mason got screwed.
He did get screwed. There's no question about it. No getting around it. But yeah, we just ran it. We was on a flight, Catherine.
Yeah, last year we ran into him.
Was it last year already?
Yep.
Jeez.
No.
Well, yeah, I
I
suppose.
haven't talked to him in a
Lou
while.
Holtz was the coach when I was here. And Holtz, you can't take away from Holtz. He was a good coach, but after Holtz, Mason was by far the best coach they've had. And he turned that program around, and then it fell back into disrepair when they fired him. Mm-hmm. And now it's a Midland program that will never be more than that. And it's not
Yeah.
that Fleck's a horrible coach. He's not getting any money. I mean, they're not getting that NIL money. And some of that is him. If he could convince a kid to go there for a year, then a lot of them leave.
Yeah, that's
They don't
right.
stay because they can get better money going elsewhere.
It's all true. I just got a message just now from a guy that said, "Don't talk about that stuff because unless you have Passolt on doing the voices of all the different people you're talking about, like the Lou Holtzes of the world,
He never did Glenn Mason.
He did not do Glenn Mason. That's very, very true. But
He could do
Passolt was-
Bernsey, and he could do.
Oh God, Lou Holtz, he was great. Bernsey, he was great. I miss working with Pass. Pass is a great guy. Really
Coach
good
Uncle
man.
Bernsey stuff was phenomenal.
It was the greatest. And Tony Lee would do the intro. Hey, Coach Uncle Bernsey. That was Tony Lee doing the little kid voice. It was wonderful.
I wonder what what those folks over at that radio station did with all that stuff. Do they never rerun it? I'm sure.
No, hell
They probably
no.
don't know where to find it.
No, they probably burned it all. There's no question about that.
Is it on some of those CDs that came out over the years? It
Oh,
has-
I'm sure it has to be.
Yeah.
I would think that's probably true. But I think Passolt might not let them run it either because I think you need more than 2 or 3 listeners to play it for.
Oh, is that what the rules are?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I got to Sansevier. It was wonderful.
No,
Ooh,
you did.
somebody-
Okay. Now I have no problem saying this. I thought he was Jay Philpott. He a good guy? I'll ask you.
Oh, he's always been very nice to me.
Well, because I thought he was fine. He savaged me because I put on my Facebook, I got tired of it. I mean, I'm just sick of people, 2028, AOC is going to be the Democratic frontrunner. I would put
chance.
the IQ of a box of rocks up against hers after how she behaved in Munich. I mean, the things that she said or couldn't say, it's unbelievable. And he was, and I fully admit, because I went through some of them, the thing where she had the word salad about Taiwan and China.
Yeah.
And she had the comment about Venezuela being below the equator. And the context of it, because it was below the equator, that's why the United States went after their leader. Well, it's above the equator, fully above. And then there was the thing about these, she mocked Marco Rubio for saying that cowboys started with Mexicans and American slaves, when, if you know anything about history,
Spanish.
yes, it started with the Spanish, who brought horses to North America because they didn't have any.
Yep.
Anyway, I was typing it quick and I put Argentina. And he was like, "Oh, some guy you worked as a writer, didn't you ever learn you have to proofread and blah?" He just was relentless. And I'm just, do you love this woman that much to get so worked up? I was wrong, but I'm not running for president, and I'll correct it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just wouldn't stop. And then he finally stopped when I made it clear. I said, because he's going after, basically, maybe I made him feel bad. I have no idea. But I said, I could never see, I think I've heard you're a good guy on the radio. I could never go after someone and attack their life's work like he did. It's just, it was childish. But he's that in love with AOC. I don't get it.
Believe me, we see it all the time. Depending on what group of people you talk to, they literally lose their minds about their favorite politician du jour.
But here's what I don't get. Now take a look in Hollywood, not in Hollywood, in Washington. Some of the best looking women there, AOC is one, right? Mm-hmm. Kristi Noem is one. Mm-hmm. Jasmine Crockett is one. But they have, all three of them are way out there with some of the things they say. And I mean, is it something, if you're in D.C., the better looking you are, the goofier you are? Because maybe you never had to work to say things and make sense. And I think that's part of the problem with AOC. She says her stuff, or just spews it, and no one challenges her. But she got challenged there.
Well, she doesn't really know anything except for the slogans.
Yep.
I mean, she has to turn everything into a slogan. And if she can't do that,
or she can read,
she can't do it.
She has her notes at hearings that she reads from that are people prepared.
Yeah.
But off the cuff, I mean, she got savaged too by a woman who lived in the socialist country and said, it sounds good at first, but it goes bad. And she doesn't know. These people like her and this Mondami, they don't know what it's like to actually live under socialist rule.
No, God, no. No, isn't that Zurhan or whatever the hell his name is?
Mamdani?
Isn't his family like billionaires almost?
Yeah, and his mother was friends with Epstein.
There you go. There it is.
In the files.
But I don't want to get locked up in a lot of.
I don't want to go political on you, but anyway.
No, I don't want to go all political either, but I got to be honest with you. I have been a Democrat for half my life. I've been a Republican for the other half of my life. Now I'm neither, because I am so sick of politicians treating Americans like dirt for money. I can't follow anybody anymore. I just can't do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the one guy, there is a politician who I actually have more respect for. Never had any for him, but I hate the lemming mentality of Democrats and Republicans. If their party says to do it, they do it. The one guy, and there's others, I'm sure, but he's the one that stands out. John Fetterman stands out as
Fetterman.
Not a guy who goes lockstep. I love this guy. Sweatshirts, shorts.
You're right.
He doesn't care about, decorum. He just says what he thinks.
Isn't it one of as a politician helping to run the country, isn't it your job to make sure the people feel at ease to be in America? You'd think.
That's not their job anymore. Their job is to make sure that they stay in power. That's all they care about, and get more power.
Maybe something will happen, right? But
I hope.
Just locally, the Ilhan Omar going from a couple of grand, the next year, 30 million.
30 million, yep.
I mean, is something going to happen with that? And then
Well-
this wine company, there's no wine company.
Well,
They might
Bob,
have had a name on a couple of bottles that they sold out of a warehouse.
Bob, all you have to do is look at Minnesota. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've been blatantly and gleefully just handing out billions of dollars to keep a voting base happy,
that's right.
what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
Well, there's others by far, but this could be the most corrupt state in the
America. Yeah,
might be,
I
Union. Then
think
you hear
so.
California, Massachusetts, it's happening there too with the fraud.
Well, it's
But
happening everywhere. But I mean, Minnesota is a small enough state with a small enough population where they could be watching what's going on with money.
Oh,
And
yeah, but they
in my
don't.
opinion, the more money you've got to budget, the more you should be looking at things.
Yep.
But
Well-
I mean, the fact that there are people, I'm related to some people. It's like Walz is a great guy. He cares about people. It's like he's basically bankrupting a state, and he's been running it into the ground, and you still will defend him, all because he says the right words that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. That's just how it's a joke.
Well, he's got a lot of money and nobody knows how he got it, right?
Name a politician who doesn't have a lot of money at that level.
Yeah.
I mean, they all
true.
went to.
Yep.
They came from poverty. They're all name anyone in Congress who's not a millionaire now. That
I know.
wasn't before.
Nope.
And it's not like, I got 1 or 2 million. Do they all get honorariums? They write a book, and that's where it comes from. I have no idea where that money comes from, but they have it.
Neither.
They sure do.
And it's not just AOC. I mean, she was just not AOC,
No.
Ilhan Omar, although AOC's a millionaire too.
Yep.
Based on what? What did
Well-
they do?
Well, Bernie Sanders, I'm a socialist. I own 3 properties and I fly first
They all-
private
they
as
get
much as I can. But
Yep.
They get $174,000 a year for being in Congress. Maybe that's just
Yep.
for Senate. Well, where's the other money coming from?
Yeah. Where is it coming from? I'd like to
stock
know
tips, I'm guessing.
And where's
But in
our
order
cut?
in order to make a lot of money in the stock market, you have to put a lot of money into the stock market first. It's not like they're
Where's that
going
coming
in
from?
there with $5,000 and coming out with $1 billion.
Okay,
It just
you
doesn't
know,
work.
Now, Tom, shut me down when you feel you need to about this because I
I'm
don't
not
want to get
shutting
political.
you down.
But the
It's
stuff
fine.
about the stock market, my God, how could they not have done it decades ago? If you're in Congress, you cannot. They're getting inside information.
Yep.
Right.
It's undeniable.
Yes.
Yet they're allowed to get away with it and do it. Well, my husband does it.
Well,
He
they-
does all the stock trading. I didn't know what was in it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's about money now. Everything is about
Money and power.
Money and power. That's and money is power. So there you go.
Yes, you're right. House and Senate both get 174,000 annually.
Oh, they
There you
do.
go.
So it's the same in both.
Yeah, it's the same. I was surprised too. I thought for sure the House would be lower, but
Well, okay, if you get $174,000, how do you live when you allegedly would have a home in your home state
yeah.
and you're living someplace there? Although, who was the guy? Was it our Attorney General Ellison, where they were living in their office? There was somebody. There was a story a few
There
years ago.
was somebody living in their office. That is true.
And
But
they
I
would
can't
go
remember
to
who it
down to
was.
the gym, the shower, because they couldn't afford to have an apartment. But I mean, if you get an apartment or a house, how can you do it unless you're a millionaire going in?
Well, Congress gets reimbursements for
stipend?
living expenses. Yeah, they get stipends
They
for
do.
going to D.C., doing their business, lodging and meals. So as long as you're there, you're living there and eating there for free.
Oh my God! Well, okay, that's understandable. But where's all the other dough coming from?
That's a
To
great
become
question.
a millionaire.
Well,
anyway.
we discussed this a few weeks ago. When you get these donations to your campaign, if you don't spend it, you get to keep it.
Yep.
And you do whatever you want with it. That becomes yours.
Yep.
Pay yourself a salary. It's probably a tax write-off for your foundation or your political. I mean,
You know what? We
they've
all
got it
do.
wired all kinds of ways for them to win and for you to lose.
Andy's still young enough. Become a politician.
Yeah, and you should become a
no.
politician. Ask not.
I think I would
Andy,
rather be a hobo.
Here's a question from Tyre Carver for Andy. How much is their stipend worth per day?
Yes, I'm trying to look that up right now. See how
Oh, you
much
are?
it's
Okay.
actually.
Well, it's gotta be
Bob for
well into the
senator.
hundreds.
Bob for senator's on here. So they want you to run, Bob.
Well, you know what, Tom? I was on the Orono City Council for 8 years.
Yep.
I'm in my 10th year on the Buffalo Hanover Montrose School Board. I have not yet decided if I'm going to run again because my term is up in November or next January. And there's only one thing left that is not a partisan, where it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, you don't identify. That would be to run for Wright County Commissioner. So, I mean, if I wanted to get the trifecta, because I did show some interest. Did I tell you this story? When Bruce Anderson died, he was our senator in our area. I voted for him in the last election.
Right.
I was going to run for that seat because it's a several month term. So I'm on my way there, and I stopped to talk to the superintendent and, to say, look, just want to let you know I'm going to put my name in because I'm interested in it. I want to, I do want to see what's going on there. And they had redistricted me between when I voted for him and now because he said, you might not be in it. I am a football field redistricted out of that district.
Oh.
I'm a football field away.
Really?
But yes. And Bruce lived, he was only like within less than a quarter of a mile into the new districting. And they did it through land, not on a road. They didn't do it based on a road. They just went through property in the middle of somebody's property. It's incredible how they redistrict. I don't get it.
All right, so I think I figured out how they become millionaires.
Okay.
After looking up Tire Carver's question here. So
Tire.
their salary is $174,000.
Right.
Their stipend, it's called the Members Representational Allowance, which is the amount of money they get in support of official duties. So that's housing and that sort of thing when they go to D.C. Flights, that's all covered.
Yeah.
Oh.
The allowance for each member of Congress, on average, $1.5 million.
Hamana.
That's $4,000 a day that they are getting. They're getting. So there you go. Go to Washington D.C. Get yourself a mansion, some lobster. It's all paid for. $1.5 million.
Here I was feeling for the guy who was living in his office. He was just squirreling away the money.
And this is straight from House.gov. It says right here for and this was in 2016, by the way, so it's probably gone up. It says for legislative year 2016, the MRA ranged from $1.17 to $1.8 million.
So, okay, let's say
Wow.
you are in Northern Virginia or in Maryland right out of D.C. and you rep that district. You're still getting that dough and you're living at home?
Unbelievable.
Well, you
They
probably
don't
need
have
to take a
exemptions for that?
helicopter above the traffic.
Yeah,
Bob.
I gotta have a helicopter.
You know.
Please.
And then,
Is
okay,
this unbelievable?
Biden would take the train. How much is the train? That ain't much to go to Delaware.
No.
They go
Wouldn't
home
think
on
so.
that.
I wouldn't think so. I got just to kind of re-reference for 1 second because I agree with you 100%. I have two friends that I think the world of. They're great people, and I won't say who they are, even though you would know both of them. And I'm talking about the listeners would know both of them. One of my dear friends is a pretty far lefty, and the other one
Michael
is.
Bryant?
Oh, that's there you go.
Uh-oh.
And the other one, my other friend, is a pretty not really far righty, but he's a righty. They're my friends because I don't give a rat's ass about their politics. You do what you do. You've had a different life than me. You vote how you feel you should vote. I am not going to tell you, oh, what the hell are you doing that? We have different lives. We came from different places. I have two friends that I think the world of. Well, like I said, one's an ardent Democrat, one's an ardent Republican, and I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care.
You know what? And that friends like that stay friends. Like you call my best friend Larry the Communist. So
That's right, Larry the Communist.
I mean, we have absolutely different views, but we could talk politics.
Absolutely.
It doesn't change our friendship at all.
God,
because we
everybody just
respect
calm
each other and
down.
what they believe in.
I couldn't agree more. And if they start working together again, we'd get a hell of a lot more done instead of, I'm here and I hate you because of your
You know what?
politics.
All right. I mentioned earlier that I wrote something on social media about AOC. And
Yeah.
one of the reasons I did it, my thought was, how could anyone defend her stupidity in this? Now, maybe she's
Right.
not a stupid person.
Oh,
and
she's
I was,
dumber than hell.
but I mean, in these cases, she was horrible. She was
Yep.
not good on a world stage. But I thought, well, what could they possibly do? And if they did defend her, then is there hope for this country? that if you're a Democrat and you believe you will not find fault with any Democrat, I mean, if you're going to find fault with anyone, her.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
those comments. Or locally, Ilhan Omar
Yep.
and her. Or if you're a Republican, I mean, you can't go lockstep with Kristi Noem and some of the things she was saying immediately.
Right.
Calling them domestic terrorists without even knowing any of the facts.
Well, hey, some
I
of
would
the earliest political memories I have would be left and right, both making fun of every time George W. Bush got in front of a microphone.
Well, yes,
So,
and it hasn't changed.
Yeah, but they don't do that. Everyone was making fun of Bush because Bush, he was a bad speaker, just objectively. He should
he
not have
was,
spoken
yeah.
off the cuff ever.
Yep.
But nowadays, that wouldn't happen because everyone's it's all about my team. I got to make my team look good and that
Yep.
sort of thing.
No,
Yeah.
there was not BDS, Bush derangement
No,
syndrome.
exactly.
No. But Bob, what you were talking about when you can't question anybody because it's, anti-party politics, that's the biggest problem I think we have. If you can't question anybody, then you can't learn and you can't grow and you
Right,
can't see what
right.
you're doing wrong. If you have to be right, and if somebody questions you, you just shut them down. How does that even work in a society that supposedly wants to grow and move forward? When it's just
doesn't,
like it's
and
my
that's-
way or the highway, and that's it.
Well, take a look at everything that's going on in this country. How much worse could it have been in Sodom and Gomorrah? I mean, there was a little bit of the sex element
you
in
go.
there too.
Yeah.
But I mean, how bad did it get that these two countries were destroyed? And
I know.
I fear we're headed to that.
Well,
I mean, there's enough fissures in this country. It's not. I mean, look what happened here with this metro surge, and one side was absolutely right, and the other side was absolutely right. There's no. It doesn't. They're just not giving in on either
Well,
side.
I'm not going to be too public about this yet, but I probably will later. But I have a friend that got married, and it turned out apparently the person he married is pretty far one way. I don't even need to say which way. But all of a sudden decided because he married someone else and they have a different look at the world, he tried to steal money from me. Unbelievable. We
How
were
do you
very, very good friends. He tried to steal money from me.
How do you get
because-
from A to B to C on that one?
Yeah, how do you? Honest to God, it's just unbelievable because he met a woman who's some far, and I won't even say she was far left or far right because it doesn't
I think
matter.
we know which far she was.
You might be right about that. But seriously, get the hell out of my face, you dumb bastard. Well, he's a little man, too. That's the other problem. Little men are always a problem for me.
You know what? And there are some people who believe that anything is okay because it's right in their minds.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We better take a break here
Yes.
before we start choking someone.
Oh, what a world! What a world!
What a world. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. Bringing you Bob Sansevier. You can couple those, Andy. Is that all right?
Sure, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. For Brad, John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. We're rocking out, man. What do you think?
I think it's
Pretty good.
What? Everybody just sitting there staring at their desk. I don't know what that's all about.
I was reading about Jutta Learman in the during the break. Do you know who that
Who?
is? Jake Paul's fiance. Did you hear what she did?
Who's Jake Paul?
He's he's a wannabe pro boxer.
Oh, the internet celebrity guy.
Yeah,
Andy, your mic is really loud.
It's
Yeah, you are.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No, it is. It's very loud. Anyway, go ahead.
but anyway, she won, set an Olympic record in the speed skating thing. She unzips her top and is wearing a Nike sports bra, and they claim that could be worth $1 million to her because Nike's going to wind up signing her
Oh my God.
Good
to a
God.
deal because she was wearing the Nike sports bra. So that'll make you a world champion apparently,
That's
or
amazing.
Olympic champ.
Is there a cave we could move into? I just it might
Or
be
a
time.
bra
to
we can wear that we can get $1 million for.
We'll get $1
A
million.
man's ear.
Well, again, I know we talked about it for many years in the KQ Morning Show, and it's carried on over. Everything is about money now. Everything.
Well,
It's just Jesus.
What I'm curious is, you watch the Olympics at all?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm interested in the U.S. team will play Canada again. They blew them out the last time earlier in the Olympics for the
Right.
gold. Women have been. I mean, they've got I think they've shut out the last 5 opponents they've played. They're just rolling. So hopefully they do it again. But there's this Eileen Gu. You know her?
Eileen Gu?
She's the young lady who was born in San Francisco, went to Stanford, practices here, yet for the last 2 Olympics, including this one, competes for the Chinese, who give her almost $10 million a year. She made $23 million last year in endorsements between getting money from the government in China, getting endorsements from Chinese products and U.S. products. So I'm just wondering if she'll take a hit because she won a silver and 2 golds last year. This year she's got 2 silvers because she blew her chance at a gold yesterday. And if she doesn't get a gold in her next event, will that be a major ding to her? Will the Chinese try to say no? Sorry, we don't want you anymore.
Well, she's got enough to live on if she's
Yeah.
frugal.
Yeah, it should be yeah. Better be single, though, because it's not that much money.
But I mean, she's an American competing and there's other people that are doing that too. And then some who have come. There's a gal, and the name does escape me. One of your people on the listeners there would know. Her father, left after Tiananmen Square because he couldn't take it anymore in China, and she's competing for the U.S. because she could never see herself competing for China.
What a world this is. What a world. What a world.
And who she nailed it, the Wicked Witch of the West, as she melted. Oh, what a world! What a world!
Yeah, there you go.
So it is a world.
All right, we can kind of segue back away. But I'm really glad we talked about this because it's getting worse. Politics are getting worse by the day, and the
Lemmings.
money grubbing is the other part of it.
And
All right.
You want a little sports?
I'd love some sports. That'd be
Word
great.
out of Twins camp. I'm optimistic. He has to do something like make a big signing. They've tried and swung and missed, but Tom Pohlad, word is he told the players we screwed up, and he apologized to them for the way it's been going. And if that's true, maybe he could make things. Hey, The guy fired his little brother. You got to give him credit for that.
Oh, he fired Joe?
Joe, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he took
Really?
over the team, they got him out of there. They got rid of, with Derek Lazar, whoever the heck it was, the guy that they had running the team. And, because he really never should have been in the business end of it. He should have just been doing baseball. But people get into positions and they want more and more power.
Well, didn't the Vikings just fire somebody too?
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the GM.
Who?
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah.
No, say it the other way again.
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a name I have to do fast. Because if you Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, you could do it, but it's not better
can
than
do
one
it.
word.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. No question. So the teams are all firing people. That's good because they suck. The teams are terrible.
This time of year.
Well, we'll have to
Yeah.
see. Now, everything's on KOC, so we'll see what he does to put this team into a championship mode.
Unbelievable. Were you surprised when your boy from Kansas City left and went to Sacramento? Where did he go?
Which boy from Kansas City?
The quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Sacramento? What are you talking about?
Where the hell's that team that he went? He's in San Francisco or some damn place. I don't know. Where'd he go?
Yeah. Who? Patrick Mahomes. Who are you talking about?
Patrick Mahomes left the Kansas City Chiefs.
Did that happen today?
Not that I know of. It happened a couple of days ago. Unless maybe somebody's lying in the
I think
national.
somebody's lying to you.
I saw it on the national press.
Hey, he's under contract.
For
one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what they're trying to claim, that he is leaving the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I'm looking at the headlines. He did send a Valentine's Day gift to his wife, Brittany.
Well, that's nice.
He's not. He hasn't left.
Well, then why was that? It was on national television that I saw it, by the way. It wasn't just a rumor.
I think I see what happened.
Okay.
So I Googled it. Patrick Holmes leaves KC. So I got a sports.yahoo.com article. Patrick Mahomes bids emotional goodbye as Chiefs part ways. I click it. The full title is As Chiefs Part Ways with Longtime Coach. I think they did
so
that
they
on
tried to
purpose to make it sound like, because why would they specify Patrick Mahomes bids emotional goodbye, but it's actually about the coach leaving?
Clickbait.
Yep, it's Yahoo clickbait.
Clickbait's unbelievable.
Yep.
There are a warning to listeners. If it says it's a Vikings fan site, don't believe it, because this is the one that had Carl Eller dying a few months ago.
Right, I remember that.
All they want you to do is click. When you click, they get money.
Yep.
Get money.
That's why it's clickbait.
I just don't understand it.
It's a bunch of hooey.
I would say 75% of all YouTube graphics are some sort of clickbait.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not enough just to have a story. You have to, embellish it so weirdly that people. I always feel if it sounds bizarre, it is bizarre, and I'm not going to click on it. That's how I do
The
it.
biggest problem, like newspapers, they're going belly up around the country.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
some of them, many of them, they've gone online only. But their problem is they have these damn paywalls like the Pioneer Press and Star Tribune. People cannot read anything. I'm okay if they want to put in ads there, because there is a way to get around them. You just have to be careful when you're scrolling down to not hit an ad or go over it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but like New York Post, I read the New York Post a lot because there's no paywall. They allow you to read whatever, every story. But you got to be careful, because then you'll have ads popping up like mad. But you could avoid them.
Bob, what are they going to do with these newspapers? Are they just all going to fold? Because no one reads a newspaper anymore.
Well, look what happened. The Washington Post recently, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
Yeah.
There's no newspaper in Pittsburgh. There's a newspaper in the suburbs calling itself Pittsburgh since the Pittsburgh Press disappeared to try to make it seem like they're in Pittsburgh, but they're not.
Huh.
No, newspapers are, they're not dying. They're dead.
Yeah,
Which is
absolutely.
sad. I told you, I made the joke a few weeks ago. The newspaper I worked at, people with parakeets are complaining because there's not enough of paper to absorb the little parakeet poop.
There
They need
you
like
go.
a week's supply. It's terrible what's happening.
Well, and unfortunately, radio's going down the same path. It's still alive, but not much longer, I'll tell you.
No, and I'll tell you, you want my view on one of the problems with radio, and this goes back to a long time. And you do it the right way. And I think the BS show does too. I will never have a commercial break over 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No.
Because
No,
you go
good
like
move. Yep.
these radio stations, you're talking 5-8 minutes
Oh, yeah.
of commercials.
Yep.
I mean, why would you stay on it for that long? Yes, you want to help your advertisers, but your advertisers and mine, they're being heard because people, if it's only a couple of minutes, which they are, they're not going to switch away.
Yeah,
But
2
when you're
minutes is
sitting
about as
there
long
for,
as you want to get. Any more than that,
Yeah,
people start dropping off because what happens? So, like, back in the old days of TV commercials and such like that, you're watching your favorite TV show, you go to a break, and they're longer. So what you do, you go to the bathroom, you grab some chips or whatever, and you come back. But now what's happening is you hit a commercial break, and after about a minute, people start picking up their phones, and they start scrolling or whatever, and the content comes back on, and they don't care anymore because now they're on to new content.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Like, okay, I'm looking at my commercials are 224, 149, 152, 36, and I do have like segment sponsors.
Right.
So they may be, 30 seconds in there. But I mean, you got to keep them short, and people on regular, what do they call that? That terrestrial or is I'm confused with what
Terrestrial
what regular radio.
radio, yeah. Regular
Okay.
radio, yep.
Regular radio doesn't get it because they're so money hungry.
Yeah.
Yep.
You might be right about
That's
that.
my view of it. I mean, I could be wrong.
There's a good little tidbit from Charlie here. I just watched AI again, the movie, and in one of the first scenes, a woman is reading a newspaper during breakfast. AI takes place in the distant future. So now you watch this movie that's supposedly 50 years from now, and you're like, a newspaper? Yep. It's like an anachronism almost.
It is.
Well,
absolutely.
it's like if you go back to like, the space age when everyone was talking about like what things are going to be like flying cars and that sort of thing. Like the Jetsons, Rosie the robot. She's basically sentient. She might as well be a human. And yet she's constructed like a machine from the 1950s. Like this big iron square
Yeah, she
body.
can look just like a woman. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, she looks like something out of the 1950s despite being apparently in the 2200s or whenever the Jetsons was.
Right.
Well, but they may have gone cheap and bought an older model.
Maybe they bought the Rosie 1.0. Yeah, that's right.
I love the Jetsons. And that's one of the, I've got my Popeye shirt on. I need to get a Jetsons one. At Flintstones, and I'll have my cartoon thing. I had Mighty Mouse last
Yep.
week. I'll have my cartoon shirts all locked in.
Popeye-
Love the Jetsons, love the Flintstones.
Popeye is the reason I ate spinach as a kid.
Spinach?
Yep.
They sold you on that. Good job.
They
on
absolutely did. Canned spinach. I would just eat cans of spinach. I was like, hell yeah.
that. Did you do it like this?
No,
like
of course.
Popeye?
Yep.
Hey, do you see this, Andy? The movie was set 100 years from now, and they're sitting there reading a newspaper.
Well, maybe she was being like retro. Maybe she was doing it ironically. Like, look at
That's
this old
hilarious.
technology.
Well,
Yeah.
they weren't set in Pittsburgh.
They were not.
Let's
Well,
see.
I-
Washington, D.C.
Yeah. I think that, when newspapers and radio stations were all started to be purchased by hedge funds and ended up, in the hands of a few people, I think that's when you could just see the writing on the wall for both of those because it just became mouthpieces for either a huge corporation or their politicians. I mean,
Well,
really, it really did. It just ruined the whole thing.
And it's that who owns the Pioneer Press. And they have been using it as a cash cow. But when you look at the size of the newspaper now, clearly they're not getting the ads they once did.
No.
So, I mean, they could be. And now, both newspapers in town, Star Tribune, Pioneer Press, they closed the printing press. The Pioneer Press
Yeah.
hasn't had one for years. The Star Tribune sold off all theirs. They're being produced now or printed in Des Moines. So
Yeah.
the deadlines for like the Pioneer Press, it's like 6 p.m. No games are getting in the newspaper from that for like tonight. You can
Really?
get it online, but it's you have to wait for the next day because they got to get the things printed and back up here, and it's not a newspaper anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And you can't get online unless you buy their special online pricing. It's not special. It's probably as expensive as buying a subscription.
Yeah, probably. I know we got to get going here, but I got to read you something, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and then, of course, it had to switch over just as I was going to read it to you. Somebody sent me what did I do with my... talk amongst yourselves for a second.
While you do that, I can say I thought Andy was going to credit Popeye for building some incredible forearms. That would be an insult to Popeye. I do not have incredible forearms.
No,
I never
I
have.
see definition there.
Oh, maybe it's an artifact of the camera. The camera adds 20 pounds of muscle.
You have that little line there that Popeye has in your forearm.
That's my bone.
So don't sell yourself short. Oh, that's a bone.
That's my tibia or whatever. My radius.
There you go. All right, I did find it. Here you go, Bob.
Yeah.
Just in, Main Street Sports Group, owner of FanDuel Sports, has announced the closure and permanent layoff of approximately 20 employees at their office in Minneapolis.
Only
Yeah,
20?
I saw that earlier today.
Huh.
Oh, so what's that all about? What? So nobody reads sports stuff anymore?
I'm not really sure what they do here, though.
I don't either.
The Score North or Sports North?
It says FanDuel Sports.
Okay. I'm not sure what their role was here.
Isn't that? Yeah,
That's
I don't know
gambling.
what they did either.
Seth Kaplan posted it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like it
with
was
Channel
a
9. He
gambling
works
thing.
at 9.
Okay.
I got to look more into that because I saw it just before I came on with you, and I didn't go deeper into it to see exactly what they do or did. And I had no idea they had 20 people here. Andy, did you take a look quick to see what they do?
Yeah, FanDuel Sports Network North. Yes, it's based
They
up
did do with the
here.
Twins at one time?
Current show is it looks like they basically announce all of the games for Timberwolves, Wild, Lynx,
Oh.
Vikings. They got a play-by-play, got analyst, sideline reporters.
Well, there was FanDuel. Okay, so that's what the name was on it. I didn't realize that was the same thing, the one that does all the games.
It sounds like it, yeah. So
So
yeah, I think
how do they replace
it's
them?
like a bunch of sports analysts and announcers and stuff like that. It's from the sound of it.
So
They're
they're
outsourcing
closing?
it? Well, I'll tell you what, though. I saw something about Elon Musk talking about the jobs you want now are jobs as plumbers and electricians. The
Yeah.
hands-on jobs are the ones that are going to make it. If
Yep.
you're involved with computers, AI is taking over. So that could be
Yep.
what's happening here.
That could be. Yeah, and Andy Jacobson isn't FanDuel gambling. It is. So that's what as soon as you said FanDuel, I was like, oh, the gambling site. But
That's
apparently
immediately where I went, too.
it's not. So is this other thing?
Well, it was Fox Sports North.
So is
for a
FanDuel
while, right?
Sports, whatever the hell we were talking about, is that owned by? Yeah,
FanDuel.
that's
It would have
that's
to be. Or maybe
that's
they're
owned.
sponsoring it.
Yes, it's a network affiliate of FanDuel. So that's what it
Oh.
is. Huh, that's
Okay.
really weird.
Well, the world is changing.
Sure
It
is.
certainly is. It certainly is. All right, Bob. Well, another brilliant show, I thought.
No, I feel bad.
What? I thought you did a great job. I give you a compliment, and this is how you react.
Okay. Every time I hear that, 5 minutes later, Bob, it's been, we're going in another direction. We love the way you work, but we're going in another direction.
I don't think so.
Best
I'm
luck
almost
to you in your
positive.
future endeavors.
It's
I used to
all-
love those. We'd get them all the time at the newspaper. So and so has decided to look into other
Yeah.
endeavors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Explore.
All right. That is
Bye.
going to do it. We'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye.